ever wondered how to answer in an interview, why should we hire you? If you've wondered how to answer that, then you are on the right track, because that is a question that they should be asking you, and it's a question that you definitely want to know how to answer. In this How to Answer series video, that is the question we are helping you answer. My name is Ellie over at Forth. If we haven't met yet, you can find us at goforthllc.com or on Instagram at Forth_LLC. You can call me your job search BFF, but really what we do is we help job seekers just like you land the job of their dreams the first time. Before we jump into the how to answer, the first thing I need you guys to know about this question when we think about someone asking, why should we hire you? If you don't know the answer, then why should they? Meaning, so many times we go into an interview and we don't know our own value proposition, or we don't know the argument for why someone should think that we are a good fit for this position. So when you're thinking about this question, my hope is that after today's video, you are praying that they ask you this, because if you can answer this question well and really convince them that they should hire you, then this is the secret key to nailing an interview. So the first thing you need to know when you're thinking about answering this question, why should we hire you, is do not try to be something that you're not. Let me elaborate a little bit further. So many times we are trying to tell the interviewer what we think they want to hear. And so if we assume that a certain role or a position is looking for a certain type of person, we sometimes try to make ourselves into that person or explain our value in that way, instead of just being honest about the strengths and the value that we do bring to the table. Also, major spoiler alert, is you're not fooling anyone. That is one of the biggest misconceptions, is that we are gonna tell someone something about us and they're gonna blindly believe it. Most of the time, interviewers already know the value that you may bring based on your experience or based on what you studied. And so many times we are fudging the truth, but it's not really fooling anyone. And in fact, it's making us less attractive as a candidate, because the interviewer leaves a little bit confused, like, I thought this about this person, but clearly I was wrong. I want you to think about the last time you were around a child, whether it be your child or your niece or nephew or just a babysitting family. When that child stole a cookie and you knew that they stole a cookie and they told you that they didn't, you knew that they did. You were just asking them to come clean, right? Many times the same thing is true in an interview. So if they ask you, why should they hire you? Just be honest about really what you believe is your value proposition in this role. And the other key to answering this question well is to paint the vision. Meaning, I want you to think very clearly about the future of this company and the future of this role. Then I want you to visualize yourself in that role, and I want you to paint that picture for them. Help them bring it to life. Explain different ideas that you have for the role, or the way that you see yourself succeeding in the role, so that they can picture it too. We talk about woo-woo things and vision boards and vision statements and things about our mindset and visualizing the future so many times, but the same thing is true of when we need to convince someone that we are a good fit for something that they want to see be a success. And the only way you can really do this well is if you prepare for it in advance. And so, like I mentioned at the beginning, I want you to be praying that they ask you this question, because before you go into the interview, regardless of the role, you may have 3 different interviews within 3 different days for different roles, right? You need to have a very specific vision and a very specific idea of what success would look like with you in that role for every single one of them, so that when you go into that interview, you are prepared to really paint the vision, so that even if they don't explicitly ask you, so why should we hire you? at the end of the interview, if you have a final call to action or a chance to kind of say anything else to convince them that you would be a good fit, you already have your elevator pitch, so to speak. And now for the grand finale. This is going to be an example. You can screenshot this, you can write down some notes. I want to share with you an example of a way that you could answer this question. Above and beyond my excitement and desire to serve your company in this role, I see my experience in X, Y, and Z being a perfect fit for the future success in this position. My strengths of X and my interests in Y couldn't be a better alignment. Do you see how that flows really nicely? And you're really painting the picture. You're saying, based on what I've done, this is what I see being a success in this role, and this is what I'm going to bring to the table and how it's going to be a perfect fit with you and your company. So that's it. Just prepare for it in advance. Don't try to be something you're not, because you can't fool the interviewer anyway. And paint the vision. That's it. If you can do those things, you will absolutely crush this part of your interview. I hope this was helpful. If it was, hit that like button below and maybe even leave a comment and tell us what you learned. We would love to hear from you. We drop a new video every single Tuesday, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below and be a part of the Fourth Fam officially. Now, if you loved this and you really want a Job Search BFF to help you along your career journey, we would love to have you in our Get Hired course. We've provided a link below along with a discount code, and we would love to talk to you about what that may look like for you. Thanks so much for being here, and until next time, go forth and interview